Hey, it's your girl, Lexi Lewis.
And it's your girl, Amber Borzotra.
And welcome to Occasionally Perfect. Today's conversation, we're going to get into the real motivations behind fitness, from vanity to longevity, and where that line can sometimes start to blur. We're also going to dive into the mental health side of training, how movement impacts anxiety, stress, and discipline, and when that discipline can tip kind of into an obsession. Plus, we're going to break down how fitness could evolve through different phases of life, especially for women, and cutting through the noise of nutrition, macros, and even the rise of those GLP-1 things. So if you've ever felt confused, conflicted, or just want a more honest, grounded approach to health, this episode is for you. And without further ado, we're going to welcome our wonderful guest, Hector Regalado. Welcome to Occasionally Perfect.
Thank you for having me. Hello.
Hector, yes, welcome.
Thank you guys for having me. Well, thank you for having me. I'm appreciative and grateful when anybody ever asks me to come speak on their podcast, show, or whatever. So I appreciate y'all.
Well, yeah, you're so motivational. So we need that in our audience because we're all trying to figure things out.
I know. Oh my God, that's so me. And I haven't met you yet.
Okay.
I literally just said hi, shook your hand a minute ago.
Yeah, Hector is my trainer.
Hector is.
So what did she come home and say?
Oh my God, I can't feel my legs. Oh my God, I just can't feel my legs. Oh my God, I need to lay down for a minute. Oh my God.
You're so dramatic.
I can't move.
Oh my God.
I have never lifted so much weight in my life.
That's good. There you go.
I actually am very proud of it. When I even contacted Hector, because I saw that he was really into strength training, and I've always lifted weights, but kind of in a 10, 20 pound things, and he's always lifting. Every time he puts something on, I'm like, sir.
But then she does it.
and she could do it,
I'm
right?
like, who do you think I am? I'm like, oh, he thinks I'm amazing, honestly.
I love
You can do
that.
it.
No, but she does be coming home, and I also have seen a difference just also in her body.
Yeah, she was like, oh, you got some good
And
legs.
she eats good. She's cut out things that she's been needing to cut out. And listen, well, you be sneaking every now and then. But I just want to say it's a lot better, especially having two kids in the house that love treats and candy and all the stuff that's around.
You love treats.
I know me.
She's like, I shouldn't get ice cream, but I got it.
Listen, that is the hardest thing for me. I think when it comes to fitness overall, like my biggest thing is I don't mind the gym and everything. It's the discipline with the food.
Yeah.
I have the biggest sweet tooth. I love sweets, and I feel like discipline. I'm great everywhere else in life but food.
I always hear people say so much that it is your food, and I think when it comes to working out, I'm like, I don't all the way do it for my health yet.
Yeah.
So I'm mostly like, I want to look good, and people are like, well, your fitness matters.
Yeah.
And, I mean, what you're eating is the most important, and I'm like, oh, okay. Do you find that people usually think that start to work out because of how they look more than, oh, I want to be healthy?
Oh, 1,000%. Especially this day and age in our society, it's always going to be about like how pretty you are, how fit you are. You know, obviously first impressions mean a lot. But nobody really cares about their health until it's too late, right? So you said it perfectly. It's like you have discipline everywhere else in life except food because you don't have a big enough reason to be disciplined, because to the outside world, you look healthy. You could be even healthy inside. It's not a problem. It's just the amount of consumption we have with those type of foods. So the reason is I don't give people cheat meals is because if I tell them, hey, look at the serving size of this ice cream, right? It says 1 scoop. 9 times out of 10, you're just not taking that 1 scoop. So you think it might be exactly right.
I take a whole pint.
What kind of scoop? Like
Exactly.
Mine is like the bin,
like the one spoonful.
But again, it depends on whatever serving size it is. So if I put it, I make people weigh everything out, because if you need to, you need to be conscious of how much you eat. It's not the problem that of what you eat is bad. It's how much of it you eat. So yes, you're eating the whole thing. And so every serving size might be.
Like a
so
little
now imagine if there's 4 or 5 servings and it's about 130 calories each. You just had 700 calories of ice cream instead of, hey, if I want a little sweet treat, nobody can stop themselves because of that discipline. So I'm just like, take it out. Because most people, when they go out, it's like they need to eat everything because that's what we're taught. So when they come back to me, it's like, you can have that, but make sure you weigh it out. Exactly. And so that's the hard part when it comes to nutrition. But again, people want to look good. They have no choice but to follow these set of rules and guidelines in order to reach that physique.
Yeah.
So with that, when you say people want to look good, do you think it's wrong if someone starts working out purely for aesthetic purposes?
I don't think so. I mean, that's how I started. So I got done playing college basketball at 22. I was short, skinny. Obviously, I can't get taller. So I decided finally.
I don't know now, maybe.
Man, get some knee surgery. But I was short, skinny. And so the only thing I could change at that time is put on more muscle. So I started off not wanting it for the right reasons, which I think a lot of people do. Then eventually they understand the importance of it. They start learning more about it. They're more knowledgeable, and they get into it themselves and just see how many other people they can help along the way. But once you start learning more about it and how important it is to your quality of life, that motivation evolves and it switches to actually having a bigger purpose.
Yeah, because don't you think, like, if you're starting for those aesthetic purposes and wanting to look good on stuff, like, once you get it, you kind of just stop. Right, so it's like once you start to see the healthier version of it, that's the thing that's gonna actually.
But that's not what they see, right? They just keep looking in the mirror, and so I've had people who've gotten amazing shape and then fell all the way off, but that's due to life purposes, and so it's a problem with it if your identity becomes what you see in the mirror, right?
Right.
Like, you can be okay and not look 100%. Like, do you like yourself without makeup? Do you like yourself a little chubby? Like, it depends on truly what you identify with. And, you know, I mentor a lot of younger kids who like to get into bodybuilding and just want to get into this life. But I tell them, like, fitness is what we do. It's not who we are. You cannot, like, even me is like, you know, she was telling me, like, what do you want to be titled as? Like, just a trainer, is that it? That's it. Because I don't want an identity that can change at any moment. Say something happens, I lose my job, great. I have to go be a podcaster or do something else. Like, who I am character-wise will always be able to transition to any industry, but I can't hold on to this thing like Hector is a trainer, or, yeah, they call me Hector the trainer, but, like, I don't internalize that. I only have one identity, and, you know, that's in God. But other than that, like, I don't care what people call me. So it's like, oh, yeah, like we talked about, I have real estate, I have a nonprofit, I do these amazing things, but it doesn't matter because I can't just hold on to the things I accomplish as my identity. And so a lot of people tend to do that with fitness, or it's like,
I was going to say a lot with
and so if you are not in shape, I get it, I understand it in the beginning, but eventually, even if you do achieve that body, I still can tell, like, you think you're fat, right? Like, I can still see that you really internalize that you aren't the person that you see in the mirror. And so you still strive and strive. And again, you think you're going to get certain attention once you get that body. It's like, oh, girls are going to like me more. You know, I'm going to get more attention. I might get brand deals and things like that.
Validation from someone feels good, huh?
Exactly. So obviously we can't rely on that because, you know, the claps are going to be just as loud as the boos. And if you let that switch your mood, you're just always going to be up and down. And then somebody else is going to, you know, have that control and power over you. And obviously that's not what we want.
Right. And then it also gets to that point where you're starting to be like so obsessive with looking a certain way where it can get unhealthy too, right?
So that just depends on, like, what the definition is of unhealthy to that person, right? So my bodybuilders, everybody would look at it like it's extreme, but that's just their way of competing. And again, to a regular person, like, I can never do that, but
Like,
excuse
oh,
me,
doing
to the
too much.
Yeah. So, but again, it's their life. If that's what you want, it's more of the intention. Why do you want it? Like, I got two people who are going to go to the Olympia either this year or next year, but I'm like, I want you to want it because everything in life is just a process. I think people need to understand that it's not like I have to achieve this or there's not a way I can't. There's literally a blueprint of every. Same thing with podcasting. Somebody has done this before you. If you follow that blueprint, it will be successful. So there's nothing that we have that we're doing that nobody hasn't done. So as long as you do those things, you'll have it.
Right.
Which is fine, but, like, it can't be your identity.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, because I've been around. I was always that younger kid. So, like, 25, I started bodybuilding, but I was always with the older heads, or, like, people who were just getting into, like, men's physique bodybuilding. Like, I've been around an Olympia winner that I went to college with that I'm able to pick up the phone and call. I've professional athletes, things like that. So I understand the mindset of these people. But then I have to figure out, yes, they make millions, but do I want their life dynamic?
Yeah.
How do they treat their kids? How do they go about life? How do they even live their life? Like, what do they truly believe in? And we get so consumed, especially as young men, is like, we just want their money, regardless of what happens or, like, how they go about it to get it. And that's the problem. We're like, we see what people have, but do we want to do what we have to do to get that?
Yeah.
And some people are willing to sacrifice it. Some people are willing not to. So it's just a choice that you just truly internally have to make with yourself.
Well, and that's honestly, this is not even on the topic that I thought we were going to talk about. But I remember when I was like 22 or 23, I read The 4 Hour Work Week. And I was like, you could make systems and figure out how to work for 4 hours and make money. So like my whole life has been trying to figure out systems, but I have ADHD, so it's like, ooh. So AI has finally got to a place where it's like helped me, where I can, and technology, not even just AI, just technology in general, where there's like so many systems that you can put in place.
But remember, when we talk about that, that's only one part of your life, and that's business.
So no, my point was I only wanted to work minimal, have a good quality of money so I can spend time with my daughter and stuff. Because I always know that I was like, I wanted my parents, my mother, I mean, I was raised in single, she worked so much and then she went to school. So then I was always like, she's never here for anything. And I was like a top athlete, and everyone at the school like bring posters and all this stuff and like be rooting for me. My mom would be like, she'd be there at regionals and state, you know, but otherwise she's not at anything. And I was always like, I am not gonna be at I'm not gonna miss that stuff. So when I read the 4 Hour Work Week, I was like, okay, you can make money and have a good quality. Because I was like, I know I want to have money, but I don't want to be like, I have friends I have billionaire friends, and they're such slaves to their schedule. And I was like, that's not gonna work for me. like I can have that. No. So I have my number that I'm like, I want this number, and I know that I want this type of lifestyle, and I can get it. And I've seen people put the system together to get that. But that's so true. Like to study someone's like actual life, not just
because I mean
one area.
They only show us like what they want to show us at the same time.
Yeah.
But even like I go off schedules for everything, and I tell people you got to figure out when you eat, you got to figure out when you go even play with your kid, when they go into school, because even then, like as much as you want to spend time with them, they're still going to go to school. So for those 8 hours, you still have time to work. It's just when they get off school, are you there to pick them up? Are you be able for the after school activity? So your job is to, hey, within these times where they are busy, I'm going to make as much money as possible. And again, it's always about forward thinking, which again, my mentor Jamal taught me, which is why I bought real estate, where it's like, okay, how many properties do I need to not have to be in the gym 60 hours a week, right? But I understand still I have to build systems as you are. I have to present myself online, but people, because of the way I position myself online, people only feel the value when we're this close. I can understand it. I can make her cry without talking to her. So, but people want to feel that, like because we've come in an age where AI and screens.
Connection is so important.
But it's different. Like again, like you're bringing her Saturday.
I was thinking I was gonna say that, because her kid. I didn't want to.
No, that's fine. Like you'll see, like I believe in real community, right? And so that's me. I'm having twins in May, and so we're having thank you. We're having a fatherhood celebration. It's not a baby shower. Yes, but I got over like 230 RSVPs. But this is because I've been in this game for so long. I've been good to people. I understand how to serve, and I understand what real community and what people actually helping each other looks like without stepping on toes, without being jealous, envious, and like truly wanting everybody to win. With this day and age, it's more like just digital. It's hard to build that sense of community, especially you have to be a person of just service and just basically want to serve the world.
Yeah, I'm definitely there. I feel like because Lexi is one of those people that like if she talks so highly of you, first of all. But then not just that, like, you know, when you have those people in your life, you're like, if I introduce you to this person, then I just know that like everyone's going to get along. I know that like I can bring this person and you're going to connect with everybody. I feel like you're kind of like that.
So, and it's funny because I call it like Hector the Connector because
I like that.
And so I've had a client where it's like, let's just say, again, to me, I understand that I always have to be valuable just to the marketplace. But even then it's like, if I can't help you lose weight, let's just say somebody's not listening to me, things like that. I've had a client where I helped her get real estate because she had to see me buy property in order for her to believe it. But me and her have the same realtor, but the realtor knew her for 7 years before she met me, never bought a house. So it takes somebody that's close to you to understand that. And I was able to get her daughter in therapy. You know, I was able to help her get back in church. So it's like the value of just being around somebody who just does it themselves. Like I don't like people who try to be motivational. Like, I don't try to be motivational. Like, I literally just live my life, and if people get motivated by it, great. But I don't set out to be like, I'm here to motivate you. Like, no, like.
Actually, no, I love that.
But because the difference is, like, I don't say anything to you that's truly, like, motivational that I just haven't experienced in my own life.
Yeah.
So it's like me asking you certain questions, like, what life do you want to live? How much do you want to travel? Like, if you know yourself. Great.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
Remember, so it's like if you want to travel, don't sit here and try to be like I don't expect people to be me. Like it would be very hard to be at one place 60 hours a week, but at the same time, my work isn't work. Like I get to meet different people. Obviously, it opens up different experiences, and I enjoy what I do because my life is about service. I've understood since a shorty, my life is never about me. but I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. A lot of people just can't find peace or understanding in that because they want to be able to go around. They don't feel like, or they feel like they're, closed in and they're stuck to a space where it's like, I'm not, right? But it's going to be different, I know, because I'm about to have kids. So my thing is like, I have to take off weekends to be there more because they're not here. They're in Memphis. So it's like, I know I'm just going to have to take more time, but at the same time, I don't do anything anyway outside of work, but just go home and then just work on more work. So now it's just me transitioning that period of time to now give it to little people.
Oh, welcome to the club.
Exactly. And so,
here.
exactly. So I can't speak like I know, obviously, but I understand where my time is. But the same thing as you is like, can I be able to set myself up? Because I'm the same product as you. My mom worked all the time, worked 2-3 jobs. I'm raised by a single mother. And she never showed up to my games. I stayed around other people, which, again, I'm grateful for because my mom was a provider, always had food on the table, clothes on my back, a roof over my head.
Yeah,
even we stayed in the we always stayed in the best neighborhoods, but like the garden units, right? So it was still great. But it was different when it came to character. I didn't like how she treated people at times. So it was like I never wanted to be my mother on that aspect. But she taught me 2 things, which was work hard and don't get no girls pregnant. So I did very good until the age of 35. She had me at 20. Literally, she had me at 20, and those were just her 2 rules that I've always kept, and it's kind of built me here. But I've learned from other people, and I was always placed around 2-parent households. So I didn't stay home a lot, or if she was at work or things like that, like I always want to stay at my friend's house. But all my friends of different races, Asian, Black, white, they all had 2-parent households. I was the only one with a 1-parent household. So it was nice to see that family dynamic also growing up.
Yeah, I know. I had all my friends were like that too. I remember actually like my best friend in elementary school when her parents got divorced. Me and her were both like, oh my God, because her family was my family too. So it is crazy how so much influence comes from your community and yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I love your how you think about having a healthy life and stuff. It's so much more than just like I'm in the gym. And I think, do you ever, for me, even though it's so much out of the gym, for me, and I don't know if it's maybe because I played sports, but I know that when I'm really going through stuff, I started to run more. I had this really bad roommate once, and she was so depressing to be around, and we lived in this small space together, and I would just go on runs, and I would literally, it was in LA, and there was like this little loop. It probably was like a 1/4 mile loop, honestly, of this neighborhood. And I would, oh my God, I don't even want to say this because it's going to sound really white. I would put on pink. And I would run in this loop and I would cry. But it literally was so cleansing for me. And I honestly feel like people downplay the importance of fitness for your mental health. Do you ever like have people that come in and are like, oh, I didn't know how much stress I would get rid of, how much anxiety I would get rid of?
Yeah, I actually have a video of that on my page where she was like, I didn't know my depression was going to be able to decrease while she was doing it. They talk about runner's high, like you just kind of get in that zone and you kind of forget about everything. But yeah, of course, just because movement, more blood flow to the brain, psychological stress is what we used to have back in the day when something was trying to kill us or you were trying to kill something for food.
What?
Yeah.
Now, remember, like that, like
yeah, like
we were talking about that recently. We were being her. We're like, do you think you could kill something?
You would have to. You have no choice.
And like go out and Lexi was like, I think I wanted to try killing.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Hunting.
Killing a deer.
Yeah, not people, obviously. I don't want you out just hunting.
But that's how I'm going to go out killing. I'm like, wait a minute. No. Like, no. That's not what I said.
But imagine, like, back in the day when we were
she didn't say that, no. Okay. Let's clarify.
Going out killing is crazier than going out hunting.
Hunting.
Yes. But we had no choice.
Yes. Hunting, not killing.
Yes, obviously. You're not a serial killer. You're fine.
What's the anyway, sorry. Okay.
Anyway, so so go back on topic. I gotta bring y'all back.
Okay, the ADHD mentor right here.
I gotta bring y'all back.
Okay.
You good? Good. Okay. So back in the day when before technology and everything, we used to hunt our food and we used to gather our food. But now, since we can just go order it online, it can be delivered to us. Our stresses are different. Maybe from a boss, maybe from a spouse, maybe from being in the drive-through line of waiting for so long. So all that physical and psychological stress pent up, we need to let it out. And
Road
most
rage.
people don't move around enough to be able to release that. I still tell people the gym isn't therapy, right? It's a form of self-care, but whatever problems you walked into that gym is still going to be there after. You might feel different. You might get a different perspective. You might process it different during that time. Beautiful. Still take your ass to therapy, because again, you still need that non-biased opinion that somebody can help you to see even a different perspective. But it does give you time to regulate your emotions, calm down, and then at least, have an outlet for it. But I still tell people, like, go to
home and cry, run and cry and go.
Yeah, I had to do way more deep dives for sure, but I definitely feel like it's like and again, to me, it's like a coping thing where I can just slowly like start to get back in a good space when I have that again. And I noticed,
For sure.
Yeah, I noticed, well, even before working out with you, like the last 2 years of my life has been the laziest years of my life, and which is so like just not in me. And I was like, the thing I need is someone to tell me to work out.
But it's awareness though. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, we need a coach in every area of our lives, right? We have doctors, we have accountants, we have therapists, we have everything. So it's like, it's okay to have a trainer, but a lot of people are like, oh, it's discipline. No, it's okay to have somebody push you to another level, because we all need it. Nobody is going to be able to get it done by themselves, because if that's the case and information was the key, everybody would get to A to B.
Yeah.
But even though we understand there's a process, can you follow that process? And do you need somebody to help you? For sure. We all need a coach in every area of our life.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Especially like someone that specializes in a certain area, because I think, again, with your friends saying they needed to see someone else doing it, it's like I've never lifted what I lift because I was like, I don't know, men do that or something. Or like, I know I could do more, but like I would have probably added like 10 or 5, and he's adding like 45 plates. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know who you think I am. And then I do it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess
You can actually do it.
Like,
See, my so the father of my daughter, he's a personal trainer, or he was, and he has trained me, and he used to do that. He used to like, Amber, yes, you can do it. Put on weight. I'm like, you think I could do it? What? But I like really like, it's a mental thing. I feel like sometimes like I just be psyching myself out.
Someone else knowing
that you can
actually
do it.
I've seen other people do this. I see what you're doing right now. I know the mechanics of this, and you could do it.
Yeah.
That's just, again, you guys are both dramatic, right? And so you need somebody who
I'm
just
so dramatic in the gym. Oh my God, my knees hurt.
I'm like, the gym. I'm like everywhere. But I mean,
you need somebody that calms you down, because it doesn't work when two people panic. So you'll be like, I'm just like, you'll be fine.
Yeah, and I'm like,
and then you do it, and then you're like, okay. But you can't
nice.
have somebody panic. That's why you need a different set of eyes, because if you go into it by yourself, you really think like, oh my God, I'm finna die, or something terrible is happening to me. But when you have somebody there holding your hand or helping you, it gives you more sense of peace and calmness to get done whatever you're trying to get done.
yeah.
I agree.
Facts.
You said that's why you needed it too.
Yeah,
You're like,
when I went, I'm like, no. I was like, I know I can do it, but like, I don't know what to
100%,
do.
Yeah.
And again, you think about a lot of other stuff. It just takes out one more thing you really have to mentally process.
That's
all
like
the
a
time.
big thing that I don't think people realize with coaching is, or having a coach, because I had like a business coach and stuff as well. Just any coach where it's like, I get not even just coaching, just outsourcing thinking.
For sure.
Because especially in this, what is the capitalism? In capitalist America, and just in the place where we're always working, always doing something, especially being a solo parent. God, I hate single parent.
I know.
Especially being a solo parent, I'm like, my brain is always doing a million things. So anything I can outsource thinking on, 100%. I'm like, oh God, please do this for me.
But it's hard because a lot of people didn't prepare for that, right? So it's like, life is about convenience.
Yeah.
Or at least it should be. Like, back in the day, like, I never used to do my own laundry, wash my clothes, wash anything, go get gas in my car. I would pay somebody to do it. But because where was my time being spent? It was spent making more money and making sure that my brain power or whatever was going to things that were going to make me more money.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they're just frivolous stuff. It's not saying that I can't do it, but do I want to be able to outsource that?
Right. It's just maximizing my time.
Exactly.
That's why we were talking about daycare.
Yeah. I was like, girl,
Put
we need to
Sunny
get her in daycare, because she was like, people always look at daycare as such a big expense. And I'm like, okay, well, what if you don't do it? Are you going to level up in life, or are you going to just stay where you are? And do you want to stay where you are? Fine.
So
okay. Don't do it.
Right.
Right. It's the cost of doing it. But then again, what's the cost of not doing, which is going to be a lot more, which is going to cost you time. Because again,
sanity, because God.
but that's the only commodity we don't get back is time. So the same thing, you want to spend it with your daughters, and you guys want to do it doing more fulfilling stuff. But we have to future plan for is like, do you have enough money for childcare?
Yeah.
Do you have enough money to make sure that you don't have to do all these other things? Like again, I already know like if I want a chef, a maid, and a butler, and a driver, like I know at least if I want to pay them $100,000, I know what.
Let me be your
total.
Wait.
I want to pay each person $100,000.
Oh, okay. How many was that one?
Three.
Chef, butler, driver.
Literally, because
I'll be your chef.
Right, but if you think about it,
cook.
but if you think about it, how much time does it save? But in my head is like, how much money do I have to make to have that lifestyle actually attainable? Like you said,
it's like I have my number.
Exactly.
Like, I have my number. I did my dream life, or like, okay, if I want to be this, what does it look like? And then I have it on paper.
And so now after that, it's just how do you get to A to B?
Yeah.
And now you process it. How many sales do you have to make? How much hours do you have to put in? Boom. And then again, even then, what industry are you actually going to get in to get you there? Because I talk to kids all the time, like, how much money you want to make? And they're like, oh, it's not about money. I said, that's a lie. Right. And it's not, again, money is just a tool, but it's figuring out, like, some kids are like, I only want $100,000. I'm like, why don't you want 100 million?
Yeah.
Because they just never seen it or been exposed to it. It's possible. But then again, my thing is like, okay, if I say when I make $100 million, I'm not going to make it off fitness. I'm going to be really honest. Like, I'd have to start a system or start a school or be able to lead some type of education.
My trainer did the same thing. He started in training, and he was like, no, I have to do coaching for other trainers now. That's how he leveled up. And that's the thing where it's like, once you understand what it takes, and now if I want to make billions, okay, if I think about oil or I think about tech, you have to figure out, okay, what service am I providing for the masses
to make that much money. And again, it's not too many things, but it's like if I'm over here being a taxi driver and just driving a taxi, you'll never get to that goal. So we always use the analogy like your vehicle can change, but the destination stays the same. So
I would just like to say, no one should be billionaires, and no one should be billionaires. But I also think people should. It's so easy now with chat. Just like think about what your dream life is and just tally it up and then see. It's actually way cheaper than you think.
Yeah.
For most people, I think people, because we have so many billionaires now, and it's like a cool thing. Whatever, people are like, I want to be a billionaire, and like, no, most people don't. Because again, I said I have so many people that are very wealthy and they have no time freedom. They're such a slave to a schedule, and maybe you want that, maybe. But I think most people want.
But it's what you believe. Do you believe you can be a billionaire and not be a slave to your schedule?
Yes, because also I do know people have sold companies, right? And people sell companies, and I think Tom from MySpace. I was thinking about him. Tom from MySpace. I think he sold MySpace for like 600 million, whatever. And now he spends his life being a photographer around the world. Beautiful, dope. So again, he's right. Think about what you want to do. Like, what is it? And like, how am I going to do it? But
it's just your beliefs. Like I tell you, what you believe is what you will be living.
And but then actually calculate it, because I think when you just throw out numbers, it doesn't make, like, do I really need this? And when I realized what kind of life I want, I'm like, oh my God, I need way less than I thought. It's only like 25 mil. That's like, what? And after 25 mil, then I will be making 2 million every year by itself. And I'm like, 2 million a year, and I don't want to do anything at that point. I could do that.
But there's people that can't even fathom 2 million. Right.
Yeah.
Like, but
that's 2 million a year just with it sitting, right? So I want to get 25 million just sitting and then I could just do nothing.
You said 25 million?
25 mil sitting in an investment account.
But you see, like, it's really how you speak about it. Like, do you feel like it's attainable? Because some people like, I'll never make 25 million in your life, but it's truly.
Well, if you say you'll never make it, you're never gonna make it.
But again,
I know I have powerful words. I used to like.
But it's truly a belief. Like that's where it starts. Like this day and age, I cannot sell no information. Everybody knows how to get healthy. Everybody knows what to actually do. It's my job is, can I inspire you, or can I be able to mentally get you to shift from where you are and then do whatever I need to do and change your identity to get you to be. That's the only thing we can sell these days, because you go on chat and find out how do you figure out how to make 25 million. Boom. Yeah. So I don't have to sit there. You only going to do it because you might trust me if you've seen somebody do it before. But other than that, this day and age, you're not getting paid for information 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, again, that goes by, especially, like, I'm just going to go specifically back to even training. That was even my thing, is I trained people before. Like, I used to be a trainer. I know what I need to do to work out. Like, I know it. But one thing is, I'll work out and I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm doing it right. And then I'm like, you're not doing it right. And I'm like, I'm not doing this right. But I don't actually see my body. And so it feels like I'm doing it. And then he'll say it. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel the difference of that. And I think that's, even with all of the information that I know of what to do and tell other people, and I can see in someone else, it's actually very hard to see yourself sometimes.
1000%.
And so I think that's so dope of of getting people that are doing it to like focus on me, like help me focus on me, because I'm looking out. I don't see me, you know. I'm looking at all the things around me. Just how you said you see, like you want to be of service to people. I think of the same way. I'm like, I want to be of service to others. So like sometimes you need someone to just focus on you because it helps you see you better.
Yeah.
I don't get that all the time.
But yeah, that's why, you know, I've been in therapy since I was 25. So I have a leg up on most men.
10 years of therapy is great.
But it's the best and the worst thing that happens to you because you're so aware of everything and you understand why everything happens. But are you okay with taking blame for everything in your life is on you, regardless if it regardless of whatever happens?
I'm just gonna say you need to listen to our episode of Healing versus Hiding, because we were talking about this. Is like, even in my therapy, and both of us were like, oh, we're so self-aware, but being aware does not actually like get you to the other side of things. It's like, oh, I know I'm doing this because of this. And we're like, okay, so you're gonna stop doing it? I'm working on it, but am I though?
Right, again, but it's
therapy gives you tools to like get to the other side and get past awareness.
But it's just, again, it just goes down to what your faith is and what you believe. Like, even I was talking to one of my clients, she was like, she wants to stop smoking. I'm like, what stops you from doing it today? Literally, and it's just truly a belief that they don't feel like they can, or they don't have the belief that they can do it today. Because anybody can change their life at any minute. At any minute you can change
choice,
it.
huh?
Yeah.
Right, but now I figured out, are you in enough pain to be able to choose something else? Or have you been self-aware enough to be like, hey, I know better, but am I going to choose better, right? But then again, that's a daily fight in general, just to be able to hold those morals and standards and live this new life when you've been living this other life for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a struggle.
I got some things to fix. I don't want to do it, you know.
But again, like, I mean, even
you asked the moon.
I know.
But then again, it's just, again, and it's where you put your faith. Again, I tell people, like, as much as I sound great, it's only because I've made a lot of mistakes in my life to understand what to actually do now and what not to do. But my testimony and my life experience is for when I find other young men, is to tell them what not to do. It's not what to do. It's, hey, don't do this, 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 and this.
I'm still working on the other part.
because I've learned so much and I've gotten so much further and made so many less mistakes in life because I didn't have to go through it myself. I've seen other people do it. Like, again, a lot of things my mom and dad didn't teach me a lot, but they taught me what not to do. And that was more important than what to do, actually, because my pops was been in jail for 20 years. Don't want to do that. You know, I've seen how my mom kind of treated some people and how that resulted. Don't want to do that. So it's just like seeing how people moved and how it made people feel. I'm just like, So once you learn, like, okay, I can't do that because this is the result and the consequence, cool, let me just not do that and then I'll be better. Yeah. But that's the hardest thing, is more stopping something that you're doing rather than doing something that you're not doing.
Facts.
Because you're only, again, me and my
it's a habit already. It's second nature. It's like, I do this.
And there's only two reasons you're not where you want to be, right? Because you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, or you're not doing something you're supposed to be doing. That's literally, it's simple.
So
it's simple. Not easy.
I know.
It is simple. Me and my homie
Why
just
do I already have my 25 mil?
Because you're not doing something.
I know.
Exactly.
I know. I was a lazy girl. Like, I was a little, I don't know. I know. I'm doing it now.
But life is simple. It's just, it's not easy. It's literally simple to what we should be doing. But again, it's the actual doing it is just the hard part.
Yeah.
Because again, temptations.
Yeah.
Life, do you want me? Do you want me to do
you want me to do you?
Because again, what I've learned is life is be, do, have.
Wait, what? Be, do, have.
Be, do, have, right?
Thanks.
If you want to have stuff, you have to do stuff. But in order to do stuff, you must be somebody who does the stuff, then you'll have the stuff.
Oh, that's good. We're going to put that on
But you have.
No, literally, like, even another pastor that I listen to, Myron, that's what he talks about. Like, that's it.
I like Myron
that's
a
simple.
lot.
But a lot of people are just trying to do it. That's why they can't. They'll have it for a little bit, but then they'll lose it because it's not who they are. So when we talk about changing identity in the gym.
Oh my God, this is me.
Right? So when you change your identity finally and you resonate with something else, that's who you are. Like, first, you got to be a healthy person. Great. Now figure out, what do healthy people do? And then at the end of the day, what do healthy people have? You know, good blood or low blood pressure. They have a low resting heart rate and they look good.
No, I think that's actually funny because I always, I'm like a serial entrepreneur, and like, you know, when I get in life starting to happen, I'm like, oh God, I mean, you make some money, so I'm gonna just do some business because I'm like, oh, this money's fast, and then I can make. I've made so many businesses, and I actually make good money. And people are like, oh, my therapist was talking to me. I have a marketing company that I hate. I'm dissolving, and I was like, why are you dissolving? You make good money doing it. I'm like, I want to do it. I'm serving businesses. I'm like, but it's not in the way that I want to serve, and I don't feel like it's like what I'm supposed to be doing. I was like, I found so many ways to make businesses and make money, but if it's not aligned with like what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm like,
it doesn't
I can't last for more than a year because I'm burnt out from it. And so now I need to be like, okay, what do I want to do? Who do I want to be? And then how can I put those things together to get what I want to have? Mm-hmm. So I like that. We do have. I'll put on my mirror.
Well, look, I mean, it's again, life is very simple. It's just we just choose to make it complicated, and we choose to make what we find out eventually later down the line are mistakes that we shouldn't have made. And then a lot of people are just kind of backtracking to get back to zero instead of putting steps ahead, where it's like, I tell people, like, I work right now for my gas bill and my phone bill 5 years from now, not just right now. So it's like, but again, it's forward thinking because I got to figure out how, when these
5 years.
But when do these kids come, how stressed do I want to be? Like, I feel like because my mom had me at 20, I can't imagine. I didn't have no money. So I have to figure out what quality of life do I want? Do I want to be around my kids all the time? Again, I've never had that experience because I never had a father, but I know what type of father I want to be because I've seen the father I didn't have. So it's like, this is what I want to actually do. So it's just like, okay, cool. But I can't just want this. I have to actually work for it and figure out how do I put this in place to be around as much.
Yeah. I'm like, this conversation is so much deeper than I thought it was going to go.
I'm over here all emotional.
I do want to do like a little pivot.
What?
I want to do a little pivot because honestly, I think this is so good though because it's just, which I wasn't expecting, talking about how much a healthy life is so much past the gym. And I think it's beautiful because I don't think people think of it as like the full encompassing of life. And I think I love that even though that as you're a trainer, you're seeing it in that way because that's just the true healthiness is to have the 5 pillars that you said that those 5 pillars are all healthy, then you're actually healthy. I don't think about it. I think people think so much of like being like, I want to look a certain way or like, oh, I'm overweight a little bit, I need to do it. And I love that you're focusing more on like a full life to be really healthy.
I mean, because 9 times out of 10 people come to me because they lack something.
Yeah,
right.
And 6-pack.
But again, now it's different from like, hey, I don't have this, rather than I'm trying to have this and make it better. Yeah. So there's always, you only work out of 2 emotions in life, hate or love. And then you figure out which one do you want to kind of move towards. Because when I first got in the gym, it was honestly to get back at every girl that played me in high school. So it's like
my short skinny dude
literally
roll on them.
but that's how you, but again, that was moving from hate. It wasn't moving from love, right? So now it's like when you move from a different emotion, it's like, oh, now I actually deserve this. I should be doing this
it's
because
healthy.
Exactly. Because you can't survive. Like, again, they have a whole show called Revenge Body. You cannot work out of that emotion. Or you can only for so long.
Right.
Because you're doing that revenge body because somebody hurt you. But he still don't care about you. It's not going to fix how you feel on the inside. You can look amazing. Your job or what they trying to portray is like, my revenge body will make them want me. And when they still don't want you, then what? Now how do you feel?
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter. So at the same time, it's like, but again,
somebody don't want me.
Exactly. But at the same time, it don't matter if you want that person. Women like to say, if you won't do it, another man will, but you don't want that other man to do it. You want it from the person that you actually want it from. So it doesn't matter because anybody
you go. Don't want me.
Right.
First of all, I ain't 20 no more.
But you understand, everybody was in that phase.
No, I know.
That was the phase.
God, I was so.
I know. So ick at ourselves, huh?
But that's what happens. That's life. You get emotionally connected to somebody, and it's hard to let go, even though they don't want you. You still want them because they gave you some sense of peace. You love them at a certain point, and you don't want to let it go.
No, I just like
I don't
the
think
challenge.
it's
to me, I'm just like, oh, what?
You can love somebody without having peace?
No, I don't think it's just like
unfortunately,
the peace.
Not now.
Well,
but then,
yeah. I mean, at one point, it didn't have to last long.
I think peace is something that's just, I think that, I don't know. Peace for me is just kind of like
what? She's like trying to get in the zone right now.
Yeah, because I feel like you're sitting there saying like they want your peace, but peace doesn't have to come from like
Being
I don't know.
peaceful.
See, I'm trying to explain something without explaining it because I want to put my whole business out there. But
Everybody already knows your business. First of all.
I know. But no, like I feel like peace for someone else looks different than peace for me. I feel like peace for me it has to come from both sides. Like it can't just be like, I don't want no revenge. I just want someone to be good. Like, you know what I mean?
What does that mean?
I was gonna say that's
You're gonna have to go into that.
Just be a good person. Like
no. What does that mean?
Okay.
It doesn't work like that.
See me, hear me, understand me, like know how I need to be loved, know how I want to be treated. Like that's not what you want. You don't want them to know. You want them to do
you feel like
do it. The action. That's perfect. Yeah, do it. I feel like then that provides peace.
Yeah.
But I feel like
people are like, oh, I want peace, but they don't want to do anything makes a peaceful setting.
Yes. So I feel like it all depends.
Peace has to come externally instead of internally?
What do you mean?
Like true peace comes from inside. It doesn't come from outside.
That's some Buddhism, right?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you should.
I mean, again, it depends on what your faith. Like if I believe in Jesus and they say he's the Prince of Peace, that's what I put my peace in. Now, depending on an external environment, or you're looking for a man to create a peaceful home for you or just be able to calm your nervous system, fine. But you know way before anything if he elevates your nervous system for you're not comfortable and you're not at ease, and then one that you are in that just allows you to kind of be yourself.
Yeah.
So it's just like you're going to see the red flags if he doesn't bring you peace. But you're going to have, like when I tell people I'm at peace, it's like with everything, because again, I know I'm in alignment from what I'm supposed to do and what I believe in and what I am put on this earth. It's not attached to an external gym, any opportunity. That's just because I understand what I, what I believe and what my faith is in is why I have peace. Because even a lot of people with social media and stuff is like, heck, I'd be feeling a certain way. I'm like, no, I'm the most peaceful I've been because I understand like where I am, what alignment that I am. Even though if I cause the havoc, I can understand, hey, apologize, it's on me. But then I can slowly transition into it being peaceful because I understand, again, it's my fault that I have broken whatever home. And then again, now it's my job that I can only do better. I'm not going to sit here and keep trying to relive the past and, keep trying to fix my mistakes where it's like I did it. Can I get better today?
Yeah, but so that's what I think too. I know what you're saying, but I think even agreeing with Hector is just like, you can feel if you're able to provide what I need for peace. And if you don't do that, then I don't need to expect it from you because that's not who you are. And you can have peace knowing that you're not my peace.
Right. Like, find peace in that.
Yeah, I mean, because I we were talking the other day about how we feel like so in alignment right now. And it's just, again, wanting a specific person to do something, but when you actually know what you want, and there's the peace and acceptance of,
it's crazy to me, like where the peace comes from for me. Like you are my peace right now. You know what I mean?
Stop it, Amber.
But I'm just saying,
you need to be your own peace.
You're my peace.
But you're in a peaceful situation because we are aligned with how we live.
So that's what I'm saying. I want in a partner because like I feel and know that I can get that from someone because I am in that environment. I am in a healthy, peaceful, loving space right now, and so I now want that in someone else. And I feel like because it's so crazy, even fitness, I have not worked out in so long, right? I come to Lexi, I'm like, because I'm getting the support, the peace, the love that I have been begging and wanting and needing in my life.
You're being nurtured.
I feel so secure to where I want to go work out. I feel good about myself. The security makes me want to go look good and feel better and, mentally and physically. And so.
But that's dangerous though, right?
How is that dangerous?
Because if she leaves, then what?
I
know I'm not saying that you're wrong. Like, but
first of all, she's never leaving. Second of all,
everything you're saying is right.
I don't think that it's like if she leaves. I think that I now know that I can I now know that I'm able to tap into that.
Okay.
And that feels good. So now if I ever am sad little bitch sitting on the sidelines again. Crying and moping about life, I know that
you're not aligned.
I'm not aligned. Yeah, I know that I'm out. Something is fucked up, and I need to figure it out.
But it's 9 times out of 10 what you've done. Like life isn't. So everybody's like, oh, God removed things out of my life.
Yeah.
No, you didn't handle what God gave you. So it's your fault that you lost it. I'm never going to put the blame on God. God is not, look, so I'm not waiting on God. Nobody waits on God. You understand?
Okay.
It's like God is waiting on us. If me being obedient is doing something, even if it's waiting, I have to do it. That's God. Imagine me, I'm not waiting on him. He is waiting on me. I have to do something, or I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do, which leads me into a space where I'm doing things I'm not supposed to be doing. That's the only reason you lose things in life. People are like, oh, God removed it. No, you were a bad person. That person got saved. I know. But again, it depends on what your faith is, and did you go abide by the rules and the laws of whatever God has put in place. That's why I just had a conversation with another lady yesterday, one of my clients, and it was I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. I said, great, let's break that down, because I used to be too, right? That's just an excuse to not read whatever book you believe in, the Bible, the Quran.
Like, first of all, I read all those, and I still feel the same way.
And that's fine, right? And that's fine. Whenever you're ready.
I went to a religious school, actually, and we had to proclaim a religion, and we had to study deeply different religions.
But that's great, because now you get to be more informed on
we had to make an educated decision.
But imagine, so she decided that she was like, I don't read the Bible. I said, well, then how do you have a relationship with God?
Yeah.
I said, what rule book do you follow? None. Well, then how do you know you're building a relationship? Because we were talking about relationships, and like, you want a man to treat you a certain way. Great. Well, how do you tell him that? Or what do you have to tell him? Okay, but what is God telling you? And at that point, most people create their own version of what God is in their head and building whatever relationship they want with him instead of the other way around. Okay. So when we follow, like, hey, if I believe in Jesus, he gives us a blueprint on how to get closer to him. I will follow that blueprint because that's what I just believe, regardless of whatever.
Because you like blueprints.
But you have no choice. What in everything has order. There is nothing in life that comes purposefully without order.
I don't agree to that statement.
Go ahead.
Because I believe in nature. And I think...
Who created nature?
Well, so this is why I believe in God, but that doesn't necessarily mean God of the Bible.
Okay.
But nature is wild, and nature has things that we don't understand. And I think...
No. He understands. We just don't understand.
No, I'm saying we.
There's still an order?
I said we.
But there's still an order to it.
Yeah, well, see, this is my favorite thing.
Go ahead.
And why I love nature and cherish nature more than anything is because it does. Everything has a place, and in nature, everything is like a community aspect.
It's order.
And so when I studied all of the other religions, and honestly, I will say I need to reread stuff as an adult, and I actually go to church because church is a very loving space, so I go. But I think in that, when I was studying all the religions, it goes to the golden rule, is what I always preach, is like, treat others how you want to be treated. And I think that we are like a societal creature, and we're supposed to be good to each other and work for each other. And in nature, everything has a purpose for something else. Like, a tree doesn't come and bloom and get apples for it to eat. It's for the other animals to eat. It's for everything else. So I think it goes back to you saying you want to be of service, which makes sense because I believe the same thing, but I believe that's from nature.
Yeah, but it's still an order.
An order.
There's nothing that comes from chaos, and like, that's what I'm saying. If it comes from chaos, it ain't
for me.
Exactly.
Get it away.
Right. So you either can see it and either avoid it, or you partake in the chaos.
Oh well, I like a hurricane every now and then because some shit need to get shook up. I'm like, no, there's times things shit need to get shooken up.
I feel that.
You know, God had a flood. Don't play with me.
Oh, it's supposed to rain.
On his terms, not yours. He is going to do this. He is going to do it.
Well, I like Mother Nature. I'm a mama too. Okay.
Right.
I love where this conversation is going and stuff too, but I do want to get into some more technical things and stuff, especially when it comes to just like fitness and women, because I definitely think that women hide so much from like strength training, and it's so crazy to me. But like, for me, I've been an athlete my whole life, and then I feel like everyone we're talking about how like, oh, how do you look and feel? And like, I was getting thick, and my boyfriend was like, ooh, okay. But I know we were talking about guys too.
Yeah, you see all three of them.
Okay,
boyfriends.
They all boyfriends. I'm with you. I know.
I know. I've been trying to get on that train. I can't find my first one.
Not follow this.
Okay.
Do not follow this.
No, she's gonna be my girlfriend. She's trying to grab the thing.
No, do not.
Okay.
She got enough going on. No. See,
I don't really have 3 boyfriends. I just
I know
it.
you do. I know.
Okay, they want to be though.
I believe it. I believe it.
They do though.
Oh my God, I'm trying to get back on track here, guys. Okay.
They be really wanting to be.
No, but I think, what was I saying? Oh, okay. So for me, I'm 35 and no, I'm not. I'm 36. I don't ever say my age anymore. Like as an adult, you say your age, not much, right?
People ask me, yeah.
People ask you? Oh, I mean, you're a man.
Yeah,
I don't know. As a woman, like I'm like, no one really asks. So I literally always forget. But as a 36-year-old woman who's always been an athlete, and I have one of those bodies that gets muscle easy, and I still was like looking at a picture, and I'm like, oof, girl. And I'm pretty disciplined at eating. It's always been like a pretty easy area for me to just like, you don't buy it, it's not in your house, you don't eat it. It's a little harder with kids. I still find that it was so much harder to just get in a routine as I'm getting older. And I think, I don't know, is it because of
this
what?
is life?
Right?
Like but if we talk in the gym, like a lot of people are just scared to lift weights because women, they don't want to look a certain way.
Yeah, I don't want to be bulky.
Exactly. But if I tell you it's going to add longevity to your life, bone density matters, where if you fall, break a hip, I mean, obviously you need to be flexible and mobile, which is why people love Pilates. But at the same time, full range strength training is the same thing as Pilates. They're just working in range stuff and just muscles people just don't usually work in the gym because it doesn't give them as much as an aesthetic look as they want. So it all just depends. Where it's like I tell people all the time, like I don't mind yoga and Pilates. I have an issue with it if it. I have an issue with it when the goal doesn't match the action. If you're trying to look a certain way, like be lean and put on muscle, you're not going to do it in Pilates unless you are very just skinny in general and you've never lifted weights before. Yes, you'll get somewhere, but for the way most of these women want to look and just to have a certain amount of muscle, it's not enough resistance in there. It is hard, and yes, it's hard because of stability purposes, but that doesn't mean you are truly going to look a certain way.
Yeah.
So again, I don't mind it. If you're telling me, hey, I want to do Pilates because it makes me feel strong, 100%. If I want to do yoga because it's holistic, great. But if I tell people all the time, like yoga doesn't make you more flexible, right? Because there's still a flexibility training style where it's like, how long are you supposed to hold a stretch? How long do you think you're supposed to hold a stretch for in order to achieve flexibility?
I don't know.
Just guess.
I don't know. Everyone's
What- okay,
like 10 seconds. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like
Exactly,
the
right?
common thing, 10 seconds, hold
Exactly,
it again.
which is wrong, right? Again, in order for you to in order for you to bypass the nervous system, you have to hold a stretch for 2 minutes because you have
2 minutes?
Exactly. But if I'm trying
10 seconds.
So you're going to do a split, you got to hold everything for 2 minutes is
because,
crazy.
Okay, because if I ask the question, what controls how flexible you are? What do you think?
Your body.
What do you mean? I don't even know what that means.
Your mind.
There you go, right? So I have to truly make sure my nervous system is calm and relaxed in a place that is not calm and relaxed. So how long does that take? 2 minutes. And then I have to do some, let's say, isometrics at that 2 minute end range. And then I'm able to be more flexible over and over because my body and my mind has to trust me enough to get in those flexible ranges of motion. But a lot of people will tell you, oh, just do it for 10 seconds. Like, that's not achieving flexibility. You holding one pose with no contraction. Yeah.
Like, this is why when I drink, I could do things. And I'm like, because my mind is like,
Your mind
I can do that.
No, literally, if you were unconscious, I can take your limbs and throw them.
Oh my God, I thought it was crazy.
Oh my God.
But that's true. So it's like you can be as flexible as you want to be because it's the nervous system. So what happens is it's like an involuntary contraction that happens. Like if you try to touch your toes and your hamstrings get tight, that's your body protecting you from going any lower. Like once you feel a tightness, and if not, then your nervous system trusts you. But straighten your legs though when you do it. Like try to keep your legs as straight as possible.
Together?
No, just don't bend your knees. Don't bend your knees. Don't bend your knees.
I'm like, I could do it really easy. I have long arms.
Right, and that's the thing. It's like, but her body trusts.
But my brain.
Yeah, but again, if I wanted her to go there, I would just have her hold there for 2 minutes, and we would just breathe and relax and just be able to bypass that nervous system because you have to tell your brain, I'm okay.
You would have me what for 2 minutes?
Just hold a position for 2 minutes.
Hold a what?
Are you blushing?
No.
Like, yeah, I see some redness in his teeth.
Yes. It don't work on me. It don't work on me. Y'all so funny.
I know. I was so mad. He's like, it doesn't work. Like,
she be trying it. Like, I'm too much.
He's like, why are you looking at me like that? You still gotta lift it.
She look. I said, you can't look into so I can look into yours though. But
yep, you still got another round. Go ahead. I'm like,
oh my God, that's hilarious.
Literally, she be trying. I'm just like, I can see you, see me, see you. No, look at her.
Oh my God.
Mentally, it's
like, I still gotta
you gotta be on a different level, man.
This is when I found that your mind is so insanely like powerful. So my very first season of the challenge, I went in and I was like, I'm going to last maybe a week. I packed for a week. You know, I was like, I'm going to be out of here soon. I'm a rookie. No one knows me. In my mind, I would, like you said, I would run and cry, and I would sit in the shower and cry. And I would just the empty out. I would talk out loud. I would manifest. I'd be like, if this is for me, use me. Like, blah, 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 blah. I would speak. And that's what manifestation. I wrote a letter to myself the morning of my final. 2 days later, I'm walking away with my partner with $900,000. We gave that second place got $100,000. And I think there were 8 of us. Yeah, 8 of us in the final. And out of all the men and all the women, I was the first one across that finish line. And in my mind, I'm like, I mentally did that. How can I learn all of this within 2 days of like how to do this puzzle, how to kayak across this water and a tail end of a hurricane, how to do, you know what I mean? How to eat animal parts and drink blood and like all this crazy stuff. So no, when it comes to, I feel like your mind is literally the one thing that just controls the health.
It controls our world. Like everything in this room is made from someone's mind.
You have to just change your thought process.
Yeah.
You literally have to change how you speak to yourself, what you say out loud. Even when we were at home, remember, I'd be in the shower. I am this, I am that. Our podcast is the #1 podcast in the world. We are great. Blah, blah, blah.
No, I was like, we were doing something, we were like doing a manifesting thing, and I was like, oh, we're going to have a top 10. She's like, top 10?
Yeah. I was like, we are #1. You want to be top?
I'm like, you know what? We are number one.
But I found that like you really have to like envision it. I envisioned it. Like I literally had clear thoughts that it was mine.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I just need to get back to that person and just that believing in myself. I also went through a very hard time though before I even left for that show. And I feel like if I could go through that, I get through fucking anything. So, but yeah.
I mean,
do you think that? Go ahead.
Go ahead. It's either going to be pain that's going to make you change or a big enough reward.
Yeah.
Again, like Taken, if one of y'all daughters got kidnapped, you're going to do anything and everything.
The fuck, kidnap?
I'm like,
I'm gonna go. Woo, woo, woo.
But that's the mental. Like we don't think about it like that. Even though your child's here, if you really want 25 million, you're gonna find every way possible to go get it. But you have to create that situation in your mind, like a sense of urgency, where it's like, I need to go get it, and every day needs to be as efficient as possible if I want this. But it takes the extreme to bring the extreme out of you. So you know what level and what you're willing to do and what you're capable of. The same thing with fitness, right? Like people don't know until you get in that gym, but you also need somebody there that's going to kind of push you, because things that you may never thought you could do, you're actually gonna do.
No, I agree with that. I think having that partner for what did we call it when
I'm like, what
moved here? Accountability partner.
Yeah.
I think having
that's
that
your mind.
Yeah,
you're definitely.
That's
most
literally,
people, literally, that's it.
That's why I got a trainer. It wasn't because I didn't know what to do. It wasn't because I don't know that I need to go to the gym so many times. It wasn't because I know what to eat. It's like, no, I want someone to be like, where you at? You supposed to
It's
be
on
here.
this time.
You know, and I'm
should
like,
be 9:03 eating her eggs.
Shut up.
Trust me, I literally text her like, how late you finna be today? Literally, I text her all the time.
She'd be like, oh.
Don't worry, I'll show up
be
later.
fine.
Literally, like, just
I
getting
don't
the
do
Uber at
that.
9.
I'm so rough.
Getting the Uber at 9:10. It's like, yeah, 9:30. She should try to smile. Hey.
She really be stressed out though. She be stressed. She'd be like, I gotta show.
No, she's lying.
I am lying.
I'll be like, I gotta eat though.
Yeah, she does.
I do have to eat.
I'm not
she
saying
told
that
me.
you're-
Oh,
I'm not
one
saying
day
that
she
you're
came
wrong.
back and she said, I threw up.
Yeah.
Yo, she be talking. You
What
be
are those
really
things,
putting her
those
through
stupid one-leg things. Ugh.
Yeah. Bulgarians.
Yeah.
it. Are
Bulgarians, but it's not people.
we about out of time almost. I don't know how you want to wrap it up.
I don't know. We didn't even talk about half the things we were supposed to talk about.
I told you it wasn't.
I know, but I just maybe want to.
We like having some kind of direction because we'll be all over the place.
Oh, I know.
No, this was beautiful. This was a beautiful conversation. First
It
of all, I'm
was.
just
I told
like,
you we
is
didn't cry.
there?
I don't know why you didn't believe it.
I know. I need to come work out with you now. I feel like I need. I don't
Whenever
know.
you're ready.
Eventually, yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Get there.
Oh, I do want to ask one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then it is the GLP-1 Ozempic question. I do want to talk about it because I feel I'm such a naturalist, and like when it comes to like I'm like anti-surgery, not like I'm pro-choice, do what you want to do with your body, but also
That's because you look like that.
So I have two caveats. I always say two caveats. I say, oh, I'm anti-surgery, and I'm like, well, one, I'm aesthetically what is acceptable, so I don't like to judge anyone. But then two, the other side of it is like I'm actually scared of the trauma that it does to your body. And at this point of having a kid, every time I've paid for boobs 3 times, and every time it comes to be surgery, I'm like, but just what if? And I'm like, I can't leave the world. I can't leave my daughter without a mom for boobs.
Yeah.
Like, what if my mom died getting breast implants? And
scary.
so it always stops me. But again, I'm still aesthetically what people would love or whatever, you know?
You have great boobs, by the way.
I just want bigger ones.
Yeah.
I didn't say them was
Be
cute.
bigger ones.
But why?
Because I love big titties.
Why though?
I just like them. Like, they bounce. Like, I don't know. I actually do love to look at them.
Like your own?
Well, big ones.
Okay, but your own. Like, it's different.
No, I like my own boobs. I have like a very nice boobs. Like, it's a good shape. They're perky and all those things. And I got piercings.
Good nipples,
so now I love
everything.
Right, but now it depends on, like, it depends.
But I actually do like big ones.
I believe it. Everybody likes it.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, look at those.
But it's different when how innately is it tied to your identity, right? That's when it becomes dangerous, where it's just like, okay, we're taking GLP-1s for what? And are you actually prescribed them, or you're just getting them because it's an easy fix to lose weight? Like, obviously, there are things, guns were meant to kill people that were bad people in general. We just always take tools. Again, plastic surgery was meant for soldiers who got their face blown off. It wasn't for somebody.
Kids that are born with deformities.
And so, but it wasn't for like, oh, this imperfection right here, let me just go fix this. But we took that into plastic surgery, and now that you know, you can fix everything about yourself. But that's fine. I don't mind if you do that. It's just don't tie your identity to everything of how you look. It's always about who you are rather than what you look like.
I know people trying to remove their boobs after years of having them.
Oh, like the implant.
Yeah.
I'm like, they don't want any boobs?
I don't know. My mom be like, cut these things off.
You got big boobs though, don't you?
Yeah, she got big boobs. She wants them reduced.
But at the same time, I tell people, like, go get surgery. Go get what you think you wanted. That's going to, you think is going to make you feel better. It is. But again, is the risk worth the reward?
No.
Some people are. A lot of people are willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
So
like, no, because I would definitely know when I was pregnant, I had big boobs, and people would stop looking in my eyes and they start looking down. I'm like, yeah, you see. I like that. I like that. But then, again, it always goes back to risk reward. And I'm like, when you sign in the paper and they're like, you might die.
Yeah, you might die.
It's like I don't really think titties are worth dying for.
No. And then you can't even have them. You can't even look at them after that.
Like, I didn't even get to enjoy these
you
things.
You be up there in heaven being like, oh, I see you from down there.
Yeah, like, you would have some nice titties.
You looking down on your titties in the casket.
Yeah.
Oh, you look good.
I mean, you're right. Some people, the reward is worth it for them, especially in the age where
100%.
profit so much of looking a certain way.
Here's my thing is, does your diet is the most important, one of the most important things for fitness? Or no?
It depends on what your goal is. Like, it's too broad of a question. Where it's like, or you just want to be healthy? You literally just have to pick the right foods.
I want to be healthy and look good.
Okay,
but I think I'm gonna pay.
It depends on what level of how good do you want to look. Like, you have to show me what you want to look like, and then I can tell you, because I have to reverse engineer everything. It's like, okay, I want to look like this. Well, then it takes this. I can't just be like, I only want to do these things. I can't. I need to know more information. People just don't ask enough questions to
right.
Give, like, the right answer.
I think I'm just at the age in my life where I just want to like longevity. I want like mobility. Like, I want to be able to like years from now with my kid, you know, like I want more children. Like, you know, I'm at that place in life, I guess.
But I would just tell you to keep moving. Like, regardless, find a physical activity that you like to do. Do it every day. Right. And then just obviously don't overeat, and just, you know, just stay active. Like, it's really that simple. Weight loss is like when we talk about nutrition, people just overeat. So what do I tell them to do? Move more, eat less.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's just healthy in general. Now, fitness is more like, okay, you got to do these lifts to look a certain way. You got to eat this amount of food. So it's like levels of like how good.
Break that down.
Exactly. So it's not just one level of doing it. It's like, what does healthy look like to you? And
everyone's individually it's going to be different.
Look wise or goal wise, at least everybody has a baseline of just moving right, eating whole foods, getting good sleep, not stressing so much, drink your water. Like, that's just healthy across the board. Now, we just like to take it to different levels because we like to look good. And then again, depending on what our doctor says, we'll fix that. But most of that is just with diet and lifestyle. It's not even actually getting in the gym. It's just being active, going on walks, playing some pickleball these days. Like, I don't care what people do. As long as they move their body, they'll be healthy.
Do you think I can fix my like one long arm?
Yes, easily.
You said I have what again?
Nothing. Just your scap doesn't move as good as it can.
Is that a
like
muscle?
This
Don't see my
right here, right here.
or my hair under my arm.
Mm-mm.
No, not that much. Okay, just shoulder blades again.
How that's fixable though, right?
Yes.
Oh,
it
it's like
called?
one like thing is like tighter or something.
Yeah. So I mean, if I just take you through a couple like shoulder cars, it might be able to elongate, and it might reach the same. I mean, but none of our
We
body
recently found out that this arm doesn't move for me
at all. It's
Oh
horrible.
my god, it doesn't go nowhere.
I
Like,
thought it was
doesn't-
moving.
No, and I literally had to show her a video. Like something is wrong. This is not good.
That's crazy that you can like point those things out and know.
Yeah, and it's honestly funny because again, I'm like, so get a trainer because I'm like, it's moving, and he's like, no, you don't feel this. I'm like, no, it
Literally,
is.
and I
He's
literally
like,
got to take
no.
a video. I'm like, what is this?
And I'm like, oh yeah, I see
Yeah.
it. But it's so crazy. I think that's my biggest takeaway from everything too. Is like full fitness is really just having a coach.
Yeah.
in some area to like really see you because you don't see you. You're always the only time you ever see yourself is in a reflection. You don't ever actually get to see you. So maybe like bring someone in to your world.
I know, like
and help.
Hector. So where
Like
can we
Hector.
find you?
Yeah.
On Instagram, it's Train with Heck. I think it's same thing on TikTok, but other than that, yeah.
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 Near Chicago, anyone out there looking for a trainer?
But he also does online things.
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
Too,
Well,
so.
yeah.
But people they want to be this close because people like you cry. Like,
No,
yeah,
it's connection. I feel like we're all about our community. So
Yeah,
like I'm so happy
100%.
you're a part of it. I hope one day I can get a workout in.
Yeah, whenever you.
In a very
She can come. You can go with her.
I can come with her one day.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel it. All right. Okay. I'm excited. Oh, Hector, it was nice meeting you.
Same,
Yeah, well, let's continue this conversation in our community because, I was really happy where this episode went, where we kind of dived into how much important fitness is for your whole entire life and not just in the gym and past the kitchen too. So I really want to deep dive in that in the community and talk about how we can be fully fit all the way around.
Right.
All right, with that, thanks. Until next time, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.